Good luck, my dear. Good luck.
So we're just waiting for.
We miss you, Jan Stanley. We miss you.
I'm here. I'm here. Okay, so we're just waiting for our guest of honor to join us, and he will be with us very soon. Welcome to ADEC Virtual for the new joiners, and welcome to Dr. Adrien Bizet, who is going to talk to us about a very, very new, innovative concept, which we can't hear more about. Joining us very soon. If everyone can take a seat, that would be amazing. Just waiting for our guest of honor to join. Be with us very soon. And as soon as he's here, he will take place and explain you all about how the new youth is going to be able to earn to keep their dental hygiene in order. I can see our guest of honor has arrived. Hello, Adrien. Can you hear us, Adrien?
Yes.
Perfect. I can hear you too.
Yeah.
So you can take place, feel free to take place behind the speaker's blue podium, just to your left.
Yes, of course. Hop. Mince.
Let me.
Oula, peut-être pas dessus. Okay. Very
Perfect.
good. Hi, everyone. On attend encore quelques minutes, comme tu veux, Yann Stanley.
Yeah, for me, it's good to go. If you are ready.
Very good, very good.
Okay, well then, let me introduce our next speaker. Our next speaker is from France. He is a doctor of dentistry, and like you can see here, it's all about brushing your teeth, and it's a very, very innovative startup which will look to enhance the dental hygiene of patients, children around the world in exchange for getting some sort of recompensation. So that said, I will leave Adrien to introduce himself, and
Yes.
Thank you for being here.
With pleasure. Thank you, Yann Stanley. Hello, everyone. Donc, my name is Adrien Bizet. I am a French dentist. And today, donc, I'm French dentist in the west of France, Pontchâteau. And I'm exclusive in orthodontic. In parallel with my activity, I'm passionate about economics and investment. And in 2020, I wanted to go further in my research, and I became a financial investment advisor. Rather than the traditional financial markets, I remain focused on crypto assets that have fascinated me since 2017. So I give training for healthcare professionals with an organism called AEEDC23, a French organism. And I created the CryptoBoss training to understand, buy, and create a portfolio of crypto assets with a YouTuber, Cédric Anisset, which has more than 1,000 members to date. So I also advise several YouTubers on their crypto content in parallel of my activity of dentist. And finally, I wrote an article on Bitcoin stock to flow with Cryptost. So today, I wanted to talk about a subject, a new project, Just Brush. Yann, je vois pas en même temps ta présentation.
I can change the slides, don't worry.
Ouais, ok, parce que je vais faire venir l'autre. Tac. Hop. Faire ce que je veux. Ok. Tac. So, the birth of the project. In my daily practice, I'm confronted with oral hygiene problems every day, regardless of the age, gender, socio-economic background, and origin of the patients. And I think it's a problem, I think, which we are all confronted. And in general, if we look the website of the WHO, in general, oral hygiene is insufficient in the world. Here is the information that can, yes?
Just tell me when I go on the next slide.
Yes, je vais regarder en même temps. Ah, voilà. Yes, very good. Est-ce que tu peux venir juste avant?
Yes, sorry.
Finding, okay, thank you. So in general, oral hygiene is insufficient in the world. Here is the information that can be found on the WHO website. It is estimated that nearly 3.5 billion people are affected by oral disease. The treatment of oral disease is expensive and is usually not part of universal health coverage. Oral disease are caused by a set of modifiable risk factors, including sugar consumption, smoking, alcohol consumption, and poor hygiene practice, as well as the social and commercial determinants that underlie them. So yeah. What can we do and what can WHO can do? 2 years ago, the 74th World Health Assembly approved a resolution of oral health. This resolution recommends moving from the traditional curative approach to an approach favoring prevention, in particular through the promotion of oral health within the family, at school, and in the workplace, and which includes comprehensive and inclusive service delivered in a timely manner through the primary healthcare system. So we have to move between a traditional curative approach and a prevention approach. Obviously, we know that, but it's really, really difficult and really hard to do it. So let me tell about oral hygiene education. In general, in education, it is possible to be incited by reward or coerced by the threat of a punishment. There is no best method, and it's still debated among scientists. Nevertheless, as we say in France, la carotte plutôt que le bâton, we can prefer the carrot to the stick, the reward rather punishment. In order to positively encourage oral hygiene, we can look for a method to create a reward system through points autocad. So for me, the question, and you can pass. So for me, the question at the center, the problem is how to positively encourage oral dental hygiene. Again, just after, please. Thank you. So we have to develop a system. Thank you. With 2 ways. A system for positively encourage oral hygiene system, oral hygiene. So we can do that with 2 ways. The first way is a smartphone app. Thanks to the camera of a smartphone, the application software will analyze the oral condition according to several criteria. In particular, and you know that, the presence of dental plaque and gingival inflammation, in order to assign a hygiene score of 0 to 10. So the first step is analyze the hygiene of everyone. And for that, just an app, it's really necessary. Available anywhere and by anyone, it's the easiest way to scan home hygiene. According to the Global Digital Reports of 2021, approximately 67% of the world's population has a smartphone. It's almost 5.227 billion people all around the world. So since 2020, it has been around 10 million new users every month. The second step, the second way, is the reward point. And now we can use blockchain and smart contracts with Polygon token. The protocols of smart contracts allow the automated allocation of tokens Perio. The new token we call Perio. The Perio token will be rewarded according to the oral hygiene score. There is no need for a wallet on the application. A simple Polygon public address will allow the smart contract to send the tokens obtained. The objective is twofold: increase the playful and innovative side of the application, and create a reward for good hygiene. As layer 2 of Ethereum, the Polygon blockchain is solid, scalable, low fees, and is energy efficient. It is therefore accessible to as many people as possible. So this is globally a simple system with two-way, an app, and token, a Polygon token. So how does it work? Thanks. On the day of the first scan, the Perio balance is at 0. It is the improvement in hygiene, reduction of the amount of dental plaque and or gingival inflammation that will trigger the allocation of points. Day after day, depending on the score of the day before, the software will be able to assess the good evolution or not of hygiene and allocate more or less Perio. Image, pictures or video will not be stored by JustBrush, only the previous day's score, so there will be no data storage and no need for large servers. In a second step, it will allow to pay the dental surgeon as a possible overrun. Fixed prosthèse, removable orthodontics, etc. Est-ce que j'ai juste que je rebranche là. Excuse me. So this is the decision tree. On the first step, the patient or people can do the first scan. At the day after, there is another scan, and 3 ways are possible. Negative change, so no Perio will be allocated, but personalized advice on oral hygiene. If there is no change, we have to encourage positively oral hygiene, so there is 2 Perio, and of course personalized advice on oral hygiene.
Okej, men om jag nu
if there
vill
is
gå
a positive change,
nu går jag fram till kanten här. Det här är alltså...
there will be
I'm muted.
Perio.
det här är scary.
Please everyone, there's a conversation, something going on.
Stephanie, jag vet ju att det här är på låtsas nu. Jag vet ju att det här är inte på riktigt. Men jag står på kanten av en, inte vet jag, 400 meter hög grej och tittar ut.
2 seconds.
Okay. Do you hear me? Do you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
It's good for you? Okay.
Yep.
So, after talk about the decision tree, let's talk about tokenomics. So, there will be 2 tokens. The first, the brush. It is a tokenized share of the Just Brush company, as well as a governance token. This token will enable to raise funds, obtain voting rights on the monetary policy of the period token, and to create a form of savings in DeFi thanks to liquidity pools like Brush Perio and Brush USDC. Hop, voilà. Okay. So, the distribution of brush. The brush will have a limited supply. We we can make a pre-seed, seed, have token for team and advisors, a token for treasury, public sale, some token for the yield farming, and for rewards. The distribution of the token brush will be locked for several for a period. At the beginning, we give some token to the private investor, but they will be locked in several months and for vesting. Vesting is a gradual release of tokens for private investor, the team, and the community in order to limit speculation of the tokens. The starting price of this token will be to 1 centime. Excuse-moi, là c'est le terme, j'ai du mal à traduire. Est-ce que tu peux passer, Yann, s'il te plaît? So this is the vesting, an example for the vesting of the distribution of the token brush month after month. The second token is the Perio. Tu peux passer, s'il te plaît. So Perio is a utility token. It's a reward point for good oral hygiene. Once obtained, it will have several uses. One, spend on the Dentaverse marketplace. So the users can buy oral hygiene products, and then in a second step, payment of health expenses to practitioners, members of the network. So this is the aim of the concept of Just Brush. Create 1 and 2 tokens which are useful. And the second use of Perio is in DeFi. Staking on the website justbrush.io or in a Brush Perio liquidity pool. Thus, Perio cannot be bought and will not be listed on any exchange. It can only be obtained through the app or swapped with Brush. So, the business model. Is good for you, Yann?
Yes.
Thank you. So, the business model is based on valuation of the 2 tokens. Once, use of the Perio token on its valuation. As a discount voucher and on oral hygiene products, the usefulness of the Perio token is real. Perio token will be destroyed, it means burned, by spending in order to limit its inflation. The valuation of the Brush token will, as the application is developed, ICO, launchpad, marketing to crypto influencers. In order to show the possibilities offered by this business model, it is possible to take, for example, Steppen, an application allowing to reward sports activity in a similar way. So, can you Yes, thank you. So just to understand, this is an example of a similar system in sport activity, walk or run, stepped. The GMT, which is the governance Stepen's token, has seen its price multiplied by 171 in 5 months after the launch of the application. Today, it's in the middle of a bear market. The first investors are still at 28 multiply of their initial investment. Strangely, there is currently no competitor or no product similar to JustBrush. But what JustBrush is not. The JustBrush project is not a play to earn of oral hygiene. I don't know if the term play to earn is familiar to you, but this is not a play to earn. The aim is not to encourage speculation, but to reward hygiene and provide personalized advice. It is not so much good oral health that should be rewarded, but its improvement. So this is, for me, really important. And we can talk to the possible evolution and the required team. A possible evolution is to reward and encourage smoking cessation. And the final goal is also the development of a practitioner application that will allow to pay a dentist with a period token all around the world, maybe a member of the Dentaverse network. So the team needed actually CEO, CTO, obviously, blockchain developers, oral hygiene analysis app developers, software team, a marketing team, advisors in crypto, advisors in periodontology. So voilà, this is the team we need actually. And we can talk about the roadmap. Today, we start the development of the application of the smart contracts. We will make the pre-seed in several months, and the real seed in the end of the year. But we want to develop this app as soon as possible. And the phase 2, maybe in 2024, will be the R&D smoking cessation incentive, maybe the practitioner application and payment in period. So thank you for your attention, and hop, juste en arrière, and thank you for everything. And if you have any question, I'm here to answer.
Yes, I have a question.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
I have a question for you, Adrien.
Yes.
One which specifically focuses on the smoking aspect, which is also a big disease to our entire society. So I was just wondering, from your experience as a dentist, how much damage to teeth or oral hygiene is done by regular smokers, or even just occasional smokers?
It's hard to say, and my practice is only in orthodontics, but I see the effect of the dialysis dès le début, dès les premières cigarettes. Yes.
Okay, so from the first cigarettes, yes, you can already see that there's damage being done by the toxic chemicals in the cigarettes.
Yes, and more specific on the gum.
On the gum.
And
okay.
I think it's really possible to see this with a simple picture of with the app. So this is why I think the start of the Just Brush project is really the hygiene, but I'm sure that we can look forward and we can reward the cessation of the tabagism with Just Brush.
I think that would be a great win for society and humanity at large to
Yes.
stop. And what about this new type of smoking where people use vaping? Is this also bad for the gum and the teeth? Is it something you see, or it's actually something is a lot less noticeable from your experience?
For my experience, it's difficult to say because I think studies are not clear about that.
Okay,
But
that's fair enough. So we will not
yeah.
go too much into detail then on that.
Right.
And
So
from this is another question I had while listening to you. What do you think the adoption rate would be in terms of demographics? Is this something that we that could be taught very early on to children, like pediatric level? I'm thinking 6 years old, 7-year-olds, or do you think the adoption rate would be more with a bit an older generation?
yeah.
What is your feeling about that?
At the beginning, I don't know if it's the correct answer to your question, but at the beginning, I first think to my patient, and my question was how to encourage positively the oral hygiene for my patient and even for my children, because I know that you have to brush your teeth and you will have some disease problem. It doesn't work. It doesn't work when I think it doesn't work when it's negative. But uh, the brain works like that when it's positive. When you are a reward, when you are a form of carrot, the term in France in French.
Carrot, yeah, it's the same.
Yeah. I think it's more easier to the brain to think, okay, I have to do it. So okay, I have to brush my teeth, not because of I will not have any disease problem, but because I will win something. And my question was, what would be this something? I don't know if I am clear, but
Yes,
it was
100%. Yes.
Can I give them some football player pictures? Can I give them some Harry Potter's gift? I don't know. And like I'm a crypto assets investor and I'm passionate by this system, and I said to me, but we can reward people, but not my patient, not my family, but every people over the world, every people who have obviously a smartphone, of course, but we can reward everybody with reward tokens. So
Correct.
So it can be a little boy with the smartphone of his parents. It can be his parents. It can be young people. It can be anyone.
Yeah. So you don't see any limitations in terms of demographics.
No,
It's for everyone.
Because with this system, maybe one day we will have a Just Brush for orthodontic. We can have a Just Brush for a patient, a periodontist. Yeah. We can have many uses.
Use case. Yes.
Use case. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. That was my main questions. I don't know if there's anyone in the public who would have any other questions related to the idea or the concept of rewarding people. And for the new joiners, this is all about rewarding people for keeping their oral hygiene good and healthy, and in exchange to earn some crypto tokens that have utility within the real world. So there's anyone that just joined or anyone who joined halfway through that has any questions, feel free to ask them now, because I know that the time is precious of all the experts that have been speaking here. So if anyone has any questions, please feel free to clap your hands and I will unmute you. No,
Okay.
I don't see anyone who has any questions.
Very good.
So then Adrien, I think I'm going to thank you very much for joining us from France
Thank
here
you
live
too.
in ADEC Virtual. It was a pleasure to have you present your Just Brush project, and Dentaverse and the whole Dentaverse team obviously are looking forward to making this a reality very soon.
Thank you, all of you. It was not a simple exercise for me because of my accent and my poor English, but it was great. And thank you, Jan Stanley. Thank you, Dentaverse.
You're very welcome. Have a lovely day, Adrien.
Thank you.
Also thank you to everyone who assisted here virtually. It's a pleasure to see so many people connecting. It's really encouraging, and this keeps us going. So wish you all to have a beautiful day and see you soon in Dentaverse. Take care. Bye-bye.